Hey, it's James from Finney Electrical. On today's video we're installing some lighting in a cafe. And then so here we are in the job. This is the cafe we're working in. So previously we've put these pendants in and they're looking really nice. But they decided to go for some lighting over the server area. So they've got some old kind of 600 by 600 office lights. So what we're going to be doing is putting another 2 pendants over here, over this server area. And then we've got these recessed lights. If you have a look at these recessed circular lights, which you'll just see on the actual ceiling tile. So it'll look a lot more modern and it should be mega bright in here. So first things first, we're just going to turn the lights on in here. There we go, cheers Hayden. And then what we're going to do is just safe isolate these so we can disconnect these 600 lights. And then we'll just open up this light fitting then. So they should, if you can do it, one hand pop down one side like this. And there we go. So we'll do some safe isolation, so we'll just test it live here. Hen's going to knock it off at the breaker and then we'll test it dead. Right, so we'll test it live. Hen's going to knock it off and now it's dead. So we do live to neutral, live to earth and neutral to earth. Make sure that we've got 0 volts neutral to earth and 0 volts for line to neutral and line to earth. So now that's dead, we're just going to go over there and get the knock-off kit, knock-off lock-off. So we're going to lock it off, take away the key and then it's all safe. That's the first job, we're going to take out these lights then. So let's get cracking. So here we go, I've got 6 out here, there's another 2 to take down. So we're going to give Hayden a little go because they're a bit awkward to do, so he needs a bit of practice. And Hayden's been making up these meanwhile. These are the lights we're fitting up, so he's making his tiles up. And then we'll just strip 3 fingers, get it into a little junction box. So there's 6 going up, so I think what we'll do, we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, it should be nice and bright over this area. And then we've got these pendants to fit, so that's to go over this server area. So we'll probably go maybe 1 over here and 1 over here, just so it kind of like lands equally over the server area. So Hayden's doing a good job of that, but we'll give him a go at taking these lights down. Right, here we go, Hayden's having a go now. See if we can get this off without breaking it. Yeah. Oh dear. Well, he's slightly done it. You're gonna have to now. Right, get them snips then, cut them 2 ties. Now these are really awkward, there's not a lot of space above. So you have to get the knack of doing these. It's a bit awkward. There we go. Nice. It slightly fell apart. Yeah, we'll get that down there then. Now the challenge is, mate, to get that out. Let's see if you can figure this out then. You need to snip your cable first. Otherwise it's just going to be dangling by a tiny wire.
Few moments later. Much later.
There we go, figured it out. Well done, lad. Yeah, didn't it? There we go, well done. Alright, so just going to explain how we're going to wire up these lights. Right then, so these are the lights we're fitting. So it's a Sky Disc IP65 by JCC. So let's have a look in here. So there we go, here's your light. Like we said before, what we're going to do is wire, because you can only get 1 tail in here, one cable basically. We're going to wire a cable into that, into like a little junction box, and then the cables from the old lights will basically bob into the junction box. So you turn the light switch on, these will kick in. So as far as getting these into the actual tiles, what we're going to do is mark up for the centre, and then we're going to send this 4-inch hole saw through the middle of that, and then these downlights will just clip in. Very nice and easy. Right, that's what I do to mark the centre. So we're going to get the tape, we're going to stretch it across corner to corner, mark roughly the middle, And the same again, we'll go corner to corner and mark the middle, so you get the exact middle every time. And so that's the exact centre then of the where we're going to cut out for the 4-inch hole. So when you're cutting out your hole for your light, what you want to do, what I do anyway, take out this little drill bit here, so just undo that there. There we go. And then what we're going to do is offer up the light up to the actual hole saw. So what you want to do is make sure that it basically goes past those springs but not past the edge. So if you look there, it's going to cover the springs are going to be cleared, and if you flip over your light, it's not going to clear the edge. There's a nice little lip round there for the light to sit on. If it were bigger than that, it'll just ping straight through into the ceiling void. So that's the right also. Right, so we'll mark the centre here. So there's 6 lights going in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are going to land. The light's going to land in the middle of the actual square. So we'll just get these cut out now. There we go. Get the middle. Make sure all these are nice and square. You can cut them all in one. The battery died. Battery's died. Right then, take 2. Discs out and carry on all the way through. Look at that, beautiful. Right, so let's check if these fit then. We'll pull one off. Just bending your wings. Beautiful. Right, then we'll show how we wire up these then. So, little PZ one. Oops, I'm leaning over so you can hear me talk. There we go. Let's open this up then. So 2 screws, that pops off. Little 1mm twin and earth, you can see that. So we'll probably go like 1 finger, like that. Little chop chop. That should fly off. That should fly off. And then we're left with just live and neutral there. Right then, so we're just going to get this tile in. So these cables here, we're going to bang in the junction box. So we're going to basically do colour to colour, get it in its junction box and then put it up. Yeah. I'm just going to slide it in like that. Look at that, nice and flush. Probably want about 3 fingers for your junction box. There we go. So just using these little 4-roll push connectors. So we get 3 fingers on the next one. I'm just going to wire on his light. So again, we're going to strip 3 fingers. That's ready for your junction box. So your junction box open. So it comes with like connector strip, but I never like that connector strip, it's not very good. So pop that out. Just open up the sides like that. Get these installed like so. Just like a little pin that goes there just to keep it shut. So that's all wired up. Right, so just going to bob him up. And there we go, that's him up. So that's looking brilliant. Right, that's up now, so we've got that light there. So we've got another 5 to do with those. So let's crack on with that and then we'll move on to doing the pendants. looking brilliant now, nice and bright in there. We get some coffees made back customer, thank you very much. Okay, this is how the pro does it. Look at that, propping it up. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that, perfect. Thank you very much. Beautiful. So next we're moving on to the pendants. So what we're going to do is pop a couple of pendants over the servery area. So I'll just show you them now. Right, so this is the servery area. It's covered up at the moment. But what we're going to do is, in between these two lights here, we're going to have a pendant there. And in between those two lights here, there'll be a pendant here. Right, so these are the pendants that we've bought. So they're exactly the same as these basically. So you've got like a base, a bit of cord, and then your pendant itself. So there's your kind of shade, and that's the base. So we'll get this all unpackaged and then we'll go from there. Right, then we're going to assemble all these. So we've got like a little cup, the actual where your lamp goes into, a few other bits. So we'll somehow figure out how to do this. So you're going to get this, do this weird manoeuvre, push him down and get him like that. So that's kind of first step. Right, so you're going to get your shade now. Next step, we're going to try and get this in here like that. There's like a little lock ring that goes in. There we go, that's on there. You got this interesting little piece, it's got to go on here now. Set it up, it just snaps on. There we go, nicey nice. So you're going to wrap it round to your desired height. Position this around like this, so you see the little gap, poke him through, give him a little twist. There we go. Right, so next we've got this little cup to go over the top, so we'll feed that through here. There we go. That sits on there like that, and then you got this little piece next, so that just opens up like so. You put half in. Next half in, and then it just twists on. So somehow get 2 fingers on that. Keep twisting, keep twisting. End up looking like that. Right, next step, you want to get your cup on. So it's going to go like that up to the ceiling. So there we go, and then we just want a desired length basically. So what Hayden's doing is just extending the cables there over to where the pendant's going to go. So I'm going to replace this tile with a new tile, so they're all going to get replaced. You can see they're nice and white and they're kind of off coloured, which they've been in a while. So Hayden's just going to send a little tail from there, long enough to go down to his pendant. So the way we hang these, we use these little hooks. So if you look here, we're basically just going to use this hook to go through the tile in the centre. We're going to put a piece of wood around the back of it, so we're going to chop down this little plank, and then what we're going to do is basically have like a little access hole near that, so for the cable to pop through. So this hook will be nice and sturdy for his light to hook onto, and the cable will just drop down and do like a little connection to power it up. Right, that's just going to mark out for his centre now. And there we go, so we've got 2 centres. Right then, so I've sent through a little screw straight through into the wood, so that's nice and solid. So you want to do that and then hand screw these hooks in. It's quite hard to do that if there isn't already a hole basically through. So what I'll do is take that screw out and get that hook screwed in. So I'll just measure that up, so it's 31 to there. So you just get your clip there, where we want it, so that just slots in there. Then what you have to do is push it through here, like a little gate. You have to push it through here. There we go. Close the little gate. Pull him through. And there we go. And then it has to wrap around all this little maze. Got focus. Yeah, so push us through there. Here. And then here. There we go. That's all set up. Right then, so it's time to put the pendant up. So as you can see, we've just slotted that in place between these two, and then got his cable through from that joint. So we're going to get a little junction box on that. This should be the right height. So that just goes onto the hook, because we've got a big piece of wood behind it. It's nice and solid, that. And once you get your cup up, you won't see that cable coming through. So what I'm going to do is just make this connection now. So it's a push terminal, so you basically just go live and neutral into there, and you don't need an earth because it's all plastic. So once you've made that connection, you can basically just put your cup up, and then we'll show you how to get this in now. Right, that's that connected up now. So if you have a look, it's just neutral and line, and then the earth we'll just put a bit of sleeving on. So you want to just kind of ball it up, pop your cup up like that, and if you see that thread there, this piece here basically just threads onto that. So you can do this one-handed. Not the easiest of the tasks one-handed. There we go. So that just screws up onto that, and that's your pendant up. Over time, gravity will make this go perfectly straight, and then that's your pendant up. So we'll do the same for over here. So there's a pendant gonna hang on that one, so we'll get that tile there and just repeat the process. Right then, all done. So we've got these pendants up now, they're looking awesome. We've got 6 little downlights there. So yeah, it's gonna look sweet, so we're gonna have the big turn on now. Boom. Look at that. Lovely, so that's those lights in. So we've got 6 recessed lights behind my head. We've got the 2 pendants over the server area. So we'll take that towel off and it'll look brilliant, kind of shining through the glass. Yeah, so if you've got any comments, any questions, just put them below. You know, really appreciate that. Hit the like button, you know what I mean, helps the YouTube algorithm. But yeah, if you like this kind of content, hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit the little bell button so you know next time we upload. As always, have a good one from me and Hayden. And I'll see you in the next one.